Welcome to the first episode on this channel. Wow, new channel, wow, great. So what this episode is about is that we're gonna do a top 10 sets that LEGO should re-release or remake. That is, so sets that have already been released, but it's been a long time ago. So yeah, what they should remake basically. So before I start, I just want to let you all know that this is like my personal list, so these are my own picks, top 10. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy. There'll be a lot of uploads on this channel once a week at least, so yeah, I'd love it if you like the content, consider subscribing. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the list, shall we? So, coming up at number 10, we have the Hyena Bomber. Now, this set, a thing that all of these sets have in common is that they've all been released only once. So that was kind of one of the criteria I had for them. And number 10, we have the Hyena Bomber. I was kind of at amidst like a standstill between the Hyena Bomber and the TIE Bomber, but considering the Hyena Bomber has had quite a lot of appearances in the Clone Wars series especially, I thought they could get the number 10 spot. The Hyena Bomber has only been released once. It only included 3 battle droids or something, so yeah, and it's a lot of years ago, so I'd love a re-release of like an upgraded Hyena Bomber. That'd be awesome. At number 9, we have the Magma Guard Starfighter. So this is the ship that Count Dooku and Grievous's personal guards would use. So this would be their starfighter, basically. We also saw Cad Bane use this fighter in quite a few of the Clone Wars episodes, actually. Number 8, we had the Malevolence. Now, this is also Clone Wars exclusive. This is the huge battleship that were introduced in the first season of the Clone Wars. That had a huge ion cannon, basically, that could disable any ship pretty much, and then they just blast them to bits afterwards. This is actually one of the newer sets that we have on this list, but I definitely think that LEGO could now do a lot better job than what they did on this set, so that's why I'd want a re-release or remake. And also we don't really have a lot of separatist ships especially, so yeah, that's pretty much the only one we've gotten. At place number 7, we have the V-19 Torrent, also a Starfighter, Republic. Still, Clone Wars. Yes, I like the Clone Wars. Let's just put it that way. So this is a really cool set, in my opinion, because it has a really interesting design and folding mechanism, which is really cool. Which is also why I'd love a remake on it. Like, I definitely think they could do a better job. And it's also just a nice Clone Wars set that we see in a lot of episodes. At number 6, we have the Death Star 2. Yes, the Death Star 2. So, this set is probably one of the most expensive LEGO Star Wars sets you could buy to date. Because, I mean, there's, like, you have to buy them used pretty much. The new ones are, like, crazy expensive. And it's a UCS, and it's one of the older ones. So, in my opinion, if LEGO were to remake this set, they could either do it like a UCS, even though I personally would prefer them to make a smaller version of it. That'd be more affordable. And I'm sure they could make some cool, like, folding techniques so that you could actually have figures inside of it. But at the same time, it's just a great display model. Because, in my opinion, that's the best LEGO sets. Playability, but at the same time, they can be ultimate collector pieces. So that, I'd love to see that. At number 5, we have Jabba's Palace. So this set is really cool. Now, there's a lot of things LEGO could do with the remake of Jabba's Palace. For example, they could make it a UCS, which would be really cool. Like, for example, what they've done with Cloud City, or now Mos Eisley. That'd be awesome. Like, you could open it up and stuff like that, and just a lot of details. That'd be an extremely cool UCS set. So I'd love to see that as well. And that's probably one of the more likely returns on this list. Number 4, back to the Clone Wars, basically. The prequels. We have the Venator class Star Cruiser. Now this set is, it's in pretty much every Clone Wars episode. Take that with a pinch of salt, of course, but pretty much. And it's just awesome. Yeah, I love that set. And it would have been so cool to get a remake of the Venator. Not because the one they have made is bad or anything. It's just it's starting to get pretty old, you know. So I mean, they could do anything with that. If they want to make it a UCS, sure, go for it. That sounds expensive, but also just a playset would be super cool. Especially now that they've started to come back to Clone Wars, considering the last season of Clone Wars has come out. At number 3, we're getting to the top 3s now. We're starting to close in on the top 3s. So we have the Battle of Endor set. So if you don't remember this set, of course there's going to be a picture of it. Basically, the Imperial base on Endor, you could say. Yeah, this is all the Endor sets basically are starting to get pretty old, except maybe the UCS Evok Village. But yeah, no, it would be awesome to get a remake of this set. I remember I wanted it so bad when I was younger, and I couldn't get it, unfortunately. So it's still like a missing piece in my collection. And the minifigs as well are also great on this one. You get a lot of Evoks, and yeah, a remake will be really cool. So, I've tried, as you probably see, I've tried to like, as you probably see, I've tried to like mix it up a bit. Like, there's a little bit too much of Republic Separatists, Clone Wars stuff here. I will admit to that, but I've tried to mix it up the best of my abilities. So, number 2, we have my personal favorite Star Wars set of all time. The UCS Super Star Destroyer. Now, I wouldn't mind if they made a remake of this that wasn't like the same size as the first one. Like a smaller one, for example, that is more like, that has more play features, you know? I wouldn't mind at all. I just love the look of this thing. It is just so cool. And there's not much to say. It's just I love it. As I said, this is my personal list, so you'll see that I have a lot of you'll see that. You probably understand why. Before our number 1, we'll do some honorable mentions. Yes. So, on honorable mentions, we have the TIE Bomber because it just didn't make the list. We also have the Emperor's Shuttle. Pretty old set. The reason why I didn't put that thing on the list is because it's only had like 1 or 2 appearances. So yeah, it's not that well known, I guess. But it's a cool ship if you have it. It's a pretty cool model. The last honorable mention is the Imperial Shuttle. Now, we've gotten several Imperial Shuttles. Among them a UCS Imperial Shuttle. So the only reason it's an honorable mention, it's been a few years since we've gotten one, and it's such a cool ship, you know. The design is just on point. So I thought, why not? Let's just have it on honorable mentions. Okay, but now to the number 1 spot that we've all been waiting for. we have the Snowspeeder. Ah, yes, Lego, make another Snowspeeder. Just kidding. We've gotten probably 100 different Snowspeeders at this point. It's just ridiculous, Lego. What are you doing? We don't want this many Snowspeeders. Okay, now to the actual number. Well, I just had to say that. We have the Republic dropship with an AT-OT, so basically a troop transport. So this is like a real collector's set, and it's really cool, because it's the only time we've gotten a Republic dropship, and the first time we've gotten an AT-OT, and it's the last time for both of them as well, which is why it's so rare and so cool, and I envy everyone that owns it. I just want to let you know that if you own this set, you're a lucky person. So yeah, no, a remake of this would have been so cool. Even though I doubt it will happen, because yeah, I have a feeling it won't happen, sadly, but there's always hope in the galaxy. Yeah, that wraps up the list. So just to say this one more time, my personal list, and also everything on this list have only been released once. Now, if I have said something wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. I'd love that. And if you want to discuss stuff, I love that. Star Wars, Lego, anything, that'd be epic, dude. Like, come on. And also, if you have your own picks for sets that you think Lego should remake and re-release, yeah, just put it down in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, tell me if you think I'm right. Maybe like the video. And yeah, thank you for watching the first video on this channel. You're a special person. See ya.